Welcome to lesson 8.2, and our question today is how can we utilize order of operations to simplify expressions and solve equations? Okay, now order of operations is very important. Oftentimes we come across problems where there's multiple steps, multi-step problems, where you have more than one. It's not just adding 4 times or adding or subtracting 4 times, or multiplying 4 times, or dividing. Oftentimes there's an intermixing of the algorithm. Sometimes you have to add, then subtract, or multiply, then subtract, or add. Okay, so it's going to take. You have to understand the right way to do it. And what we're going to introduce you is PEMDAS. Okay, which to help you remember that, we're going to look at please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So as we look at an acronym, I think it's an acronym here: the P, the E, the M, the D, the A, and the S. Okay, now when we look at this is essentially our order of operations, because the first thing that we should do, and maybe I'll type this because it'll be a little bit neater. Okay, 1, we should do parentheses, can't type here, parentheses. Then second, we should do exponents. Then 3, we should do addition, multiplication, got ahead of myself, and division. And that's from left to right, just kind of how we normally do math. And then our 4th step would be addition and subtraction. And that again is left to right. Now, the reason why it's important that we say left to right is that it doesn't, whether it's addition or subtraction, whichever one comes first, left to right you do. So if it's both addition and subtraction, whatever one is first, you do. Whatever one is listed first, left to right, you do first. Same with multiplication, division. Okay, but we start out with parentheses, then exponents, then multiplication, division, left to right, and addition, subtraction, left to right. If we notice here, P, E, M, D, A, S. PEMDAS. Okay? Now, what does it mean? How does it look? What do we do? Well, let's look here. Okay? Now, if I have 20 less 18 divided by 2. Okay? And I want to know how we'd solve that. Well, the first thing we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, if we have to any parentheses? No. Any exponents? No. Multiplication, division? We have division. So we're going to do that step first. And we're going to take this and we're going to go 18 divided by 2 is 9. Any more multiplication, division? No. So our next step is then we're going to bring down the 20 minus 9 is going to equal 11. Okay? We do this step right here first, because multiplication division comes before addition subtraction. Let's look at our next problem here. 4 times parenthesis 6 plus 3 parenthesis. Okay? So now what step do we do first? Well, first, if we look at PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses first. What do we have right here? We have to solve what's in the parenthesis first. 6 plus 3 is 9, and then we bring down the 4 and the multiplication symbol. So now it's 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is going to give me 36. Alright, let's look at another problem here. Let's switch colors here because we can. 25 less 4 plus 3 times 2 is equal to what? Now, boys and girls, we've made our problem now a bit more complex, because now let's start. Where do we start? We start with, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We start with the P, which is parentheses. So what we're going to do is we're going to add those together. 7 plus 4 plus 3 is 7, and now we're just going to continue writing the problem times 2. Now, after we've done parentheses, next, are there any exponents to do? No. Now we multiply and divide. Subtraction, multiply. So we're going to multiply first, and this is going to be 14, and it's going to be 25 less 14. And if we solve 25 less 14, we're going to get 11. Let's look at another example for this one. Let's go switch colors again, because we can. Let's go the quantity 12 less 7 times 5 plus 1 is equal to what? Okay, now where do we start? We start with parentheses. Well, that's this right here. 12 less 7 is going to be 5 times 5 plus 1 equal to excuse me. So now we have, what's next? Multiplication and addition. Well, multiplication and division come before addition and subtraction, so we're going to multiply first. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 1. 25 plus 1 is equal to 26. Okay? So, if you notice, boys and girls, as we did these problems, we followed this pattern. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division left to right, addition, subtraction left to right. Division first, then we subtracted. We did parentheses first, then we multiplied. We did parentheses, then multiplication, and then we subtracted. We did parentheses, then we multiplied, then we added. Okay? So the next video, we're going to do some more with order of operations. And yeah, tune in.